The 1.5 million rand Group 1 gold medallion for 2-year-olds over 1,200 meters is run at set weights. With the late scratching of Sean Terry's filly and hot pot favourite Green Diamond, 9 colts and geldings will fight it out. This is what trainers had to say about their runners ahead of Saturday. We go through the field in current betting order.
Charming Cheetah's doing extremely well at home. I'm very happy with his work and his general well-being. He seems to have improved a lot since his gelding. He came into his last start at about 60% ready, so he'll be a lot fitter now. Cabela knows him a lot better now, and I think that he's a horse that will really enjoy the Scottsville track. Based on all that, I make him a big runner.
We have Zela Tourus running on Saturday in the Gold Medallion. Young horse, he's only had 2 starts. He won his first start quite convincingly. His second start, he ran second, a shorthead, quite unlucky not to win. But we were beaten by quite a decent horse. I think it's a Charming Cheetah. Be good to see how he takes on the Durban horses and the Cape horses, but we think he's a nice horse. Distance will be a good testing 1200. It'll suit him because he's a horse that can go further. He's been working well at home, and we're quite excited to see him run on Saturday.
We won the gold medallion in 2018 with a horse called Van Halen that ended up a dual Group 1 winner and really did us proud. We're taking another stab at the price with a horse called African Pride. He's a son of Rafif and big, strong, burly horse. He's had some interruptions in his preparation, hoof abscesses and shin sore, and that caused us to bring him down to Scottsville to have a race and show him the track. He ran very green on the occasion, a 3rd position, and I think he's come on leaps and bounds from that run. We're probably not 100% tuned for the gold medallion, but he is a top horse, and I think on the work he's showing, he could very, very well be right in the shake-up and even win it. So a tough ask for a maiden to jump into Group 1 class, but I certainly think he's a horse that has the ability and could very well surprise.
Military Command was very impressive in Cape Town when he won the Golden Slipper. Also an unconventional ride. He jumped out in a kennel with 6 furlong and ran them off their feet the entire race. So he had no right to kick off the tempo that he set early. But when Craig asked him a furlong out, he found another gear. So that was impressive. His comeback run was disappointing. But there are sort of mitigating factors in that run. The eventual winner of the race lay on him the whole first 2 furlongs of the race, and every time he tried to find any sort of rhythm, she gave him another nudge. So Craig just felt that he never was able to use his action or anything like that. Coupled with that, the ground was very shifty underneath. We'd had a lot of rain in the lead up. Top layer was dry. The underneath was very shifty, and he's a low action horse, so I don't think the ground suited him. On top of that, he pulled up marginally shinny, which fortunately those have settled down. His work is very solid heading in. Hard race to assess. Trying to compare Johannesburg form with our form is always difficult. But the horse is in a very good space. He's also a fit, happy horse, and I think we'll probably see the best of him on Saturday.
Good for you. He's doing nicely. I think he's a nice progressive horse. He was, I think, very unlucky last time not to win. He started hanging quite badly all the way from the outside to the inside fence and just got beat. His work has been good this week, and we expected a nice run from him.
Little Boy Blue is obviously really underexposed. He had a very unconventional prep into his first start. We were plagued by bad weather, so he had 2 half jump outs from the barriers. He then had a 4 furlong gallop on the Greyville Poly and went straight to the races. So I think his win first time out was probably more meritorious than it looks. Very hard to assess the form in that race as the whole field were debutants. They've given him a rating of 83, I think, but he's open to a lot of improvement off the back of that run. He was very green first time, although he was very sharp out the barriers. He was in front and didn't know what to do, so hopefully he's learnt enough from the experience. He looks great, his work is solid, he's a fit, happy horse heading in. So I wouldn't discount his chances, but it's very hard to assess where he lies in the pecking order.
Intensity is quite a smart horse, and what's quite amazing about him is he's in the same box as the specialist was last year. He's also United States. He also climbs into the manger, and so we had to move him. We had to move him to the specialist's old box, which is quite interesting. And to be honest with you, I wasn't that keen on going for this race. I must actually thank Lady Des and Mr. Scott Gaskell. They sort of insisted we go for it, and I've known this race to be for maybe more forward 2-year-olds, which it certainly is, but Richie rode him last time and he was looking at the drone. They flew the drone quite low that day, and Richie came back and said to me, this horse never got out of third gear. And then after we decided we're going to go for the race, he put up a tremendous gallop. I actually worked him, and now I am extremely happy he's in the race. Obviously, you cannot go on maiden juvenile form at the moment, because you can't draw form lines, as some of them are improving, some have been tuned to the minute. All I can say is there's just lots more to come from this horse, and we're right in the middle of the field. I got my mate Marco riding him, he's worked him, and I'm extremely happy we are in the race. We're not filling the field, we'll be there.
I'm a Fireball runs in the Group 1 on Saturday, and we're very happy with the way he's prepared for the race. His first run was what we thought of him. He won very well, and we were nice and confident after that race heading into his second start, but he let the team down second time out, and we left the race course scratching our heads slightly because we couldn't really put a finger on why we were disappointed in his performance. Therefore, we've given him the benefit of the doubt because his work remains out the top draw at home, and by giving him the benefit of the doubt, we're still taking on the challenge of Saturday's big race, and we don't think that he's a horse that can be discounted, because if he reproduces what he shows us at home, then there's no reason why he can't be very competitive on Saturday.
I'm a Fireball. I think you've got to put a line through his last run. The track was very heavy. He never enjoyed it. But I think he's a horse that is looking for a little bit further. But I see Mike has put a pair of blinkers on him to make him have a little bit more speed and concentrate a little bit more. He's a very smart horse. I've watched him work in the morning, and I think he's a horse, if he finds himself not too far behind him, he'll be in the firing line. Kaalvoet, obviously, he's lightly raced, and I think this is obviously going to be his toughest task. I think he's going to find it a little bit tough, but I wouldn't be disappointed to see him finishing into the placing.
As far as Kaalvoet is concerned, the filly of Tarry's beat him last time by 6.5 lengths. So whether he can find the 6.5 lengths, I'm not too sure, but I do think he's improved, and both my horses are fit and well.
The Gold Medallion goes off as race 6 at 14:05.
And they're sprinting away.